Hi, I'm Mike Swan, and this video is focused on my most highly anticipated trip this year, 6 nights backpacking across Isle Royale National Park. I made this video to share our adventure and hopefully inspire others to visit. The first thing on the itinerary is to meet the other guys up at a family cabin in the North Woods of Wisconsin. Greg and I have been coming up here since we were kids, so it's definitely a special place to us. Greg, what are you most excited about?
Just to be outside and enjoy life.
Day 1. We're on the road by 6 a.m. for a 2-hour drive to Hubble, Michigan, to catch our flight to the island. This was just our means of travel to the island, but it was honestly one of the most memorable parts, and I think I'm speaking for all of us. You ready?
Let's do it.
We get checked in and depart from Rock Harbor around noon for a 7-mile hike down to Daisy Farm, where we are spending our first night. We beat the rush. We were able to secure a cabin. This is the one night we really wanted it to because it's the one night with a storm in the forecast. So, hell yeah. The storm was awesome to watch from a shelter, and it didn't storm for very long, so we were still able to walk over to the lake to soak in golden hour.
So in about an hour, we'll be getting on one of Isle Royale's water taxis and taking that boat south down the shoreline to our next campsite, which is called Malone Bay. And we're gonna have a nice leisure 0 day, just hanging out and prepare for a big day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and there's Greg.
Morning. How'd you guys sleep?
Do you see any cool birds just now?
Oh yeah, you got a juvenile yellow-bellied sapsucker, and then I saw
That's made up.
the mystery sparrow from last night. Had a nice white eye ring, pink bill, pink legs, so that confirms what we all thought, that it was a Vesper sparrow.
So we just got to the dock to catch our boat and realized that we might have missed it, which would change our entire plan for this trip. So we're trying to figure out right now if we did in fact miss it. We're kind of confused with the central and eastern time zones, and we might have had a mix-up in our itinerary that we made. So we'll see.
Yeah, so that boat is just coming an hour late today. So in that case,
Awesome.
stick with your original plan.
Thank you so much. We decided to take a boat for part of the trip to cut down on how many miles we had to hike. None of us are super experienced with backpacking, so this helped us avoid overdoing it and made sure we could really enjoy the time on the island. Just like the plane ride, it was such a cool way to see the island. It's just something we wouldn't have gotten to do otherwise. Also, taking the boat gave us the opportunity to spend an entire day at Malone Bay Campground, which turned out to be my favorite campground of the trip. We decided to take a short walk from there to check out Siskiwit Lake, which is the largest lake on the island. And the water felt amazing. It was probably 20 degrees warmer than Lake Superior. Today is Labor Day. We are packing up and leaving our campsite at Malone Bay this morning, and we have about an 11-mile hike up to South Lake Desor, I think it's pronounced. The volunteer ranger told us last night that this trail is the least used trail on the whole island, so it is a little more narrow and a little more overgrown. A lot of it is uphill because we are climbing to the highest point of the national park today, so should be an interesting day. But yeah, I'll check in later. All right, Cole, this is where we leave you.
Bye.
Have a good, safe trip. We'll see you in how many days?
2.
See you in 2 days. I was a little jealous of Cole's boat ride today because the hike was really tough. The trail was much less traveled, making our poles pretty much useless most of the time. I didn't get around to a lot of filming of our hike today because I just didn't want to deplete any extra energy reserves if I didn't have to. I was so happy to sit down after finding one of the last available campsites. We were surprised to find out that South Lake Desor doesn't have any shelters. I'm guessing that's just because of how much more remote this campsite is. So we just woke up at South Lake Desor and we're drinking some coffee, and the interesting thing about this lake is that the water tastes very earthy. It's a flavor that I've never really experienced before, and I taste the water more than I taste the coffee itself, which is really crazy. So yeah. Yesterday was a crazy hike. It was the second biggest hike I've ever done in my life, but this time was with 30 pounds on my back and uphill. So my body's definitely feeling it today. Kind of moving a little slow this morning, but we have about 6 miles to do today. So gonna start packing up shortly and getting going. Very happy to be here. No bugs, perfect weather. Let's do another day. Hey Lenny, what's happening right now?
Well, we just ate lunch and we decided that Island Mine campsite is probably pretty lame. So now we're going to Washington Creek and then we're gonna take a 0 day tomorrow.
So we're halfway there now, and we just got a nice hike down to Washington Creek. Trail's been really good so far, so.
Way better than yesterday's trail.
Oh my god, it was like night and day. It's nice because like I could actually look up and around without tripping over a bunch of, or like falling off a boardwalk.
Yeah, we're falling off a cliff.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's a good day.
So our light 6-mile day turned into another almost 12-mile day, but it was, like we said, so much better of a hike. Because of this, we got to meet back up with Cole a day early, and as an added bonus, he had a shelter saved for us right on the water. Day 5 was awesome because after crossing the entire island, we finally got to see some moose.
Finally got them.
Also because we just got to enjoy the day. All right, Cole, what was your one luxury item for this trip?
It was my chair.
Are you happy about that
My
decision?
big Agnes chair. I'm 100% happy with that decision. It's worth every ounce, every dollar. It's more expensive than any piece of furniture I have in my house.
All right, Greg.
You sitting on that at home?
What's your one luxury item you brought? Something that wasn't needed, but you brought it anyways.
Yeah, so mine was my binoculars. So
Alright.
I was glad I brought them. Helped me see a lot of wildlife, birds, moose. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah. All right, Lenny, what was your one?
Well, I think mine's also my binos. Oh my god, dude! I think I saw 750 mergansers this weekend. It's the only duck I don't want to see.
Cole,
ever.
favorite bird? All right, it's the last day. We are waiting for our seaplane now. It currently says it is delayed because of weather, so not really sure when it will come in, but it's a great day to hang around and wait on the island. We just saw our third moose, so that was awesome. Yeah, we had a great trip. It was about a little over 30 miles of hiking. We saw so much wildlife. The weather was perfect. We had a great time. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. So we just found out our flight is canceled, so we have to stay here another night. We went to go look for a shelter and they are all taken, so I think we got the last campsite. It's supposed to rain tonight, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we're supposed to be out on the first flight tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Is this the last time we're packing up?
Yeah, I think this is the real last time.
Okay.
Kind of bittersweet, mostly sweet.
You ready to go home?
Yep. Ready to sleep in a bed.
Yeah.
I think that's the most relaxed I've seen you all trip. That's good.